Howdy folks, you on the C8 CORVETTE 252 show. Scroll over to the right, click that subscribe button and join this awesome community. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the episode of C8 CORVETTE 252. If this is your first time stopping by, well, my name is Clarence. I want to thank each and every one of you for literally pushing that play button. Definitely hit that subscribe button right now to become part of this YouTube channel, part of the giveaways, part of the history, part of the journey that I'm going to take you guys and females along the way. First of all, once again, appreciate you for pushing that play button. All right, today is going to be about the C8 Corvette Convertible. Now, I want to apologize if any of my words are slurred or blurred. It's because it's freezing cold out here. But my friend just bought a C8 Convertible, and I want to get the opportunity to actually make a video with a convertible because I haven't had one with the key up in my hand personally. So I'm looking forward to actually talking about this car. I'm not going to drive it, only because I already had my chance of driving mine. I don't need to drive his. They pretty much drive identical in my personal opinion, according to the things he have said about the coupe versus the convertible. And I just want to give you guys an idea of what his Corvette looked like, his build spec and things like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So as you guys can see, he has the rapid blue C8 convertible. This is once again my first time actually having a set of keys in my hand to the convertible. My key looked just like this, except I do not have the convertible hardtop button when you push this down in order to make the hardtop come back. In order to do so, all you have to do is push the unlock button a few times and then hold this button back, and the roof and everything will operate. Now, obviously I will demonstrate to you guys later on in this video, but at the end of the day, this car looks freaking fabulous. So we'll just go ahead and go with some of the things that is obviously completely different from my car, which is number one, this is a convertible, mine is a coupe. So with my car, I have to take off the hardtop manually myself. With his, it's a push of a button. Takes about 15 seconds. You're also able to do that when you're driving down the road 35 miles per hour, and you can get the top to go back with that certain amount of speed. Now, another thing that he did differently from my car is simple. He tinted the front window. I did not. A lot of people do that these days. I choose not to. He do have his side windows tinted as well, along with the rear view as well. As you can take a look right here, this is definitely tinted. So he definitely tinted those things, which is, you know, I'm not against it. I just chose not to do it because, you know, I ain't trying to get pulled over and have to pull that stuff out of my car. Another thing that's obviously different from my car than his car is the color. He has rapid blue. I have the torch red. Now, don't get me wrong, I really do appreciate the rapid blue, the accelerate yellow, the torch red, and even the white. The problem was when rapid blue and accelerate yellow was first designed and came out, I couldn't get it because it wasn't a first round type of car. I wanted to be one of the first ones to get a C8, which I was, but if I wanted to do that, I needed to get a color that was available. That's why I decided not to get the rapid blue or the accelerate yellow. And white was available, but my friend Mike was getting white, so I kind of stayed away from that and decided to go with torch red. One thing that we did get similar was the high wing spoiler. Now, you guys have heard me plenty of times talk about how much I love the high wing spoiler. The high wing spoiler, in my personal opinion, makes the rear end of this car stands out. Now, some people go with the Z51 spoiler, some people go with a non-spoiler because they think it looks more exotic to them. But for me, the high wing spoiler is definitely a huge difference in my opinion. The rear, a lot better in my personal opinion. Now, another thing that he did get differently from me compared to my coupe is that he got the stripes. Now, the stripe package was not available when I was getting my C8 Corvette, but in all, I kind of do like it. If you take a look, his is actually black with a little bit metallic in as well, with the light white lines going on the outside of it. I truly do appreciate what the stripes have to offer. I don't know if I would get stripes on my car, just because to me, I had it on my Camaro. I enjoyed them, but I like the car the way it is. I either go for a whole keeping it torch red, or either I just rather wrap it, in my personal opinion. That depends on, you know, how stripes feel for you. I actually like that he did get the stripes in this car because now this is my first time seeing him in person, and it kind of give me an idea of what it looks like. And you can get these done from the factory, or you can actually do it yourself. When I had my Camaro, I added the stripes on my own, and I really appreciate once again what the stripes did in my Camaro. I just don't think I'm going to get them on my C8. I do like how the stripes go all the way down and back. They are not on the roof though. His roof is actually all black, so you won't see the stripes going on top of the roof. The stripes starts here, ends in the rear, and they go all the way back, and it starts here and they go all the way down to the end there. So it's one of those things where, like I said, I think the scrapes are an amazing thing that makes the car look a little bit different. In my personal opinion, I just chose not to get it. One thing that he got on his car that I did not get on my car, which was the wheels. He ended up going with Trident spoke wheels. I went with the standard wheels that come with the car because I knew I was going to get different wheels. I wasn't interested in paying more money for these wheels just because you get 2 sets of wheels. These wheels will come with your car, and you get the standard wheels that come in the car. I don't need 2 sets of wheels, and I really didn't like the 5-spoke wheels that General Motors decided to build with the C8 Corvette. And like I said in previous videos, Chevrolet had so many issues with the wheel cracking on the Z06 and the Grand Sports that they decided to overcompensate for the base model wheels on the C8 Corvette, which is why I think they look kind of hideous in my personal opinion. But at the end of the day, I think if you get them powder coated black or something like that, you would probably end up loving them. Another thing that he ended up getting on his C8 Coupe convertible that I ended up getting on that I did not get on my coupe was these side skirts. Now, these were not available at the time while I was getting my car. If they were available, I would have contemplated getting them because I do like them, but at the time when these side skirts and front splitter came out, they was not available. At least GM offered them and said it was available, and then they took them back because the supply and demand just wasn't there. Regarding, they had so many people that really wanted these side skirts, but they didn't have enough supplies to do it, so they kind of halt and stop the production on those. And honestly, I think it would have held up the production in my car, which is why I decided not to go with the side skirt. So I do like them though. I do like how they go all the way here. I do wish that this stuck out just a little bit more in my personal opinion because it seems really flush up the car. What do you guys thought? I would really appreciate if these side skirts kind of stuck out just a little bit more, like right here, and came down over here like the front splitter on maybe the ZR1 C7 Corvette. Now I do like the way they look, but once again, I feel like if they came out a little bit more, I'd enjoy them. You can get those in carbon fiber too. These are actually carbon flash. I don't know if you can see it, but they do have the specs in there, so it gives you that glossy look, that glossy type shiny glass look that everyone expect and look for. I like how it goes further back here. I do wish that these also kind of came out a little bit more to give it that more of a exotic feel. And I do wish, now a lot of you guys are going to agree with me, I do wish the C8 wheels actually come outside of the wheel well just a little bit, but I know far as, you know, inspection and the regulations that they have to put the wheel inside the tire and inside the wheel well, but I do wish that this would come out a little bit more. Once again, excuse me if I slur any of my words or blur any of my words or talking too fast because it's extremely cold out here. My hands are shaking and it's freezing cold. But back to the C8 convertible. Now another thing I like about this is that it's black here and there, and it's one of those things where I think that matches the car well. I would totally do that with my car if I had got the convertible as well. I think the all body color thing just kind of, to me, it doesn't break up any of the lines or anything in the car whatsoever. So I really appreciate what that has to offer the vehicle. Now, one thing I don't like about the convertible, which is what I didn't get, maybe 2 things I didn't like about the convertible, is that it covers up the motor. You don't get a chance to see the motor in the back, which for me, I really appreciate that opportunity because I never owned a mid engine sports car that would show you the motor that's in the back of the vehicle. One of the things that I also don't like is the convertible costs an extra $7,500 bucks. $7,500 bucks. That's a lot of money for just being able to push a button to make the top go back when you can literally just click this, click that, and there's one in the back on a coupe. You take it off and you put it in the trunk. The advantage is obviously if you're driving and it starts to rain, you can push the button going 35 miles per hour. You don't have to get out of your car. With the coupe, you have to actually get out of the car, put it on and put it off. So you have some advantages to both. You do want to spend $7,500 bucks extra, which will dramatically increase your car payment, or you can save $700 bucks and just manually take the roof on and off like I normally do on a regular basis. Now, another thing that he decided to do with his car, which was get the carbon flash mirrors and the carbon flash vents on the side here, because I greatly appreciate how well this matched. Now, some people decide to go with carbon fiber side skirts, carbon fiber spoiler, and then they tend to go with carbon flash mirrors and carbon flash side vents, and to me that kind of looks choppy. It doesn't seem like the lines and stuff flow well if you decide to switch it up while getting carbon fiber front splitter, carbon fiber side skirts, carbon fiber high wing, and then decide to go with carbon flash mirror and carbon flash accents. I mean, if you're standing from a distance, you won't be able to tell it really well, but if you're standing up close to it, which a lot of people would stand up close to it, you would be able to tell it different. So I really appreciate him actually getting everything all lined up together and make it look perfect and uniformed and matching pieces together or whatnot. I'm actually starting to like how he has this front window shield tinted. How many of you guys actually tint the front windshield in your vehicle? This is something that is legal in your area or illegal in your area? I know it is definitely illegal in my area. I choose not to do it because I don't want to get pulled over, but it is kind of bubbling up right here, but he may end up getting that taken care of. Another thing that I like about his car is that he actually ended up going with the 3LT package. Now, for me personally, I didn't think I really needed the 3LT package, so I decided to go against it. But he has a carbon fiber piece in the inside, which is something I did not get. He got the sway right here, which is the addition of the 3LT package, which in my personal opinion, I didn't need it. I also didn't want to spend extra money on it because I got everything I need with the 2LT. Now, I do think the 2LT is a big upgrade from the 1LT, and I think the 3LT is not that big of an upgrade from the 2LT. From the 3LT, though, you do get the competition 2 seats, which in my personal opinion is a little bit uncomfortable compared to the GT1 seats. I had plenty of people sit in my car with the GT1 seats and sitting in GT2 seats and felt like my seats were more comfortable. That's my personal opinion, but I also had other people say the same thing. He also has the carbon fiber inside the inserts as well in the seats, which I really do like a lot. He has the white seats, which is one of those things where I almost got the white seats if I would have got like an orange C8, but I don't really like them that much because you can start to see stains and stuff that start to build from your jeans and all that stuff. Now, if you plan on keeping this car for a long period of time, if you keep that stuff clean, then by all means go for it. But for my personal opinion, I would stay away from white seats if I were you. If you're looking at the blue seat belts, I absolutely love those blue seat belts. Now, for my C8, I have the natural interior and the white seat belts, and he has the white interior with the blue seat belts. Now, these combinations definitely match with each other, absolutely, hands down. Beautiful color combination. But for me, I think the white seats will get dirty quickly, but I do love the blue seat belts. Now, one of the things that comes with the 2021 C8 convertibles is that Apple CarPlay is now wireless, so you don't have to hook up your car to your phone in order to see Apple CarPlay in the windshield or in your dash. Now, for me personally, I feel like GM should have put that in the 2020 C8 Corvette since this was a newer model, but you know how car dealerships do, they like to hold on to things a little bit longer to kind of put it in the newer versions of the vehicle. But hopefully at some point over the air, General Motors can add in the wireless Apple CarPlay. Now, do I love the Apple CarPlay in my C8? Absolutely. Now, the Apple CarPlay in the C8 compared to the C7, they work almost identical, but they definitely like has their glitches. So far as the C8 goes, Apple CarPlay works great because I'm able to play music on my phone and have my GPS up at the same time. While I feel like with my C7, I cannot have my GPS up and play music if I'm playing music from the radio and from YouTube. But at the end of the day, I love exactly how he spec'd out his 2020 C8 Corvette, or 2021. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's a 2021, but I could be wrong. But at the end of the day, I really appreciate what he has to offer on this vehicle. It definitely looks clean. He definitely did a great job picking the right colors. His color scheme are perfect. He got the Trident spoke wheels, the carbon flash splitter with the carbon flash accent. Convertible coupe is just freaking amazing. For me, on a scale from 1 to 10, I put the convertible a 9 and I put the coupe 7.5 on an 8. Both look great, but at the same time, if you want to fork out $7,500 extra to get the convertible, then go for it. But for me personally, right now, I appreciate the coupe. Maybe if I can afford the Z06 when it comes out, I may consider getting the convertible, depending on how I spec it out and how much money I'm trying to save. But at the end of the day, he put out a great spec, and I want to give you guys the opportunity to see this up close in person because I really do appreciate what this car has to offer at the end of the day. Everything else works just as similar as mine as far as the key. You know, you got to obviously hold the button on the front trunk, push it once, push again and hold it. The front trunk will pop up just like so. See, just like that. So I mean, everything pretty much works the same. Everything else is identical. I don't really see any reason to go any other features right now because it is identical to what my car is. I just want to show you guys his spec and what exactly his look like compared to mine, and just show you the appreciation that I have for the C8 Corvettes. And I do love how this is also suede as well. And I really think the 3LT is a nice package. I just don't think it's worth the extra money if you don't really love suede that much. And suede for me is just one of those things where if you don't keep it clean, it's going to look bad. His is obviously black, so it's probably not something he's concerned about. But if you got white suede, you're looking forward to cleaning that bad boy every day, and that's another part-time job in my personal opinion. But like I said before, guys, his spec is great.
Is your seatbelt fastened? All right. Let's go.